Alright, for this next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about plantar fasciitis. I made a Word document to go along with the video, so after you read through that, go ahead and watch the video. I'll set up a link for the Word document with this video. So, if you're going through the article, the document I have set up, we have a treatment protocol, okay? We have basically a couple different ways we're going to deal with it. So, what I did to set this up, I have a 3-day protocol for soft tissue work and a 2 or 3 day protocol for mobility and stretching routines. I'm going to break up the videos to keep a little bit more time efficient, okay? So what we're going to talk about first is the actual fascia, okay, the plantar fascia. What it's designed to do is provide you with structural support of the foot, okay, when you're standing, static support, and also dynamic force and load absorption, okay? So as we walk and run, the foot should naturally collapse and absorb the force of the body, okay? So if we have a flat arch of the foot, a low arch of the foot, it's going to put constant tension on the fascia that runs from the heel to the metatarsals of the toes, okay? So if that's constantly stretched out, there's constant tension there, okay? So what we're trying to do is alleviate some of that tension. Some of the symptoms associated with the plantar fasciitis, some might say they have pins and needles, maybe a dagger in the bottom of the foot, some tension on the heel, okay? A couple different things you might feel there, but general consensus is just that sharp pain on the bottom of the foot. It can be really hindering to the performance, okay? Athletes and non-athletes alike. A couple different risk factors we're going to think about when we think about plantar fasciitis. If you're an athlete, if you're increasing your mileage in your runs, if you're doing a lot of plyometric exercises, you know, jumping rope, a lot of box jumps, agility drills, ladder drills, things of that nature, it's going to put a lot of force on the feet, okay? Others, being overweight, you know, the more weight that we have to support on the feet, the more stress on the feet, the more stress on the plantar fascia, okay? So losing a little bit of weight could help too. A couple other things. You know, if you're on your feet all day, if you work at a job where you're constantly moving, you have poor shoe selection, high heels are terrible. Okay, high heels are going to put you in that plantar flexion. All right, so I'm constantly in my high heel position. Those calves are always on fire. All right, and that leads into the next risk factor: posterior chain tightness, tightness in the Achilles, tightness in the calf, tightness in the hamstring. Okay. All associated with the plantar fasciitis. So from there, we're going to talk a little bit about some treatment methods, okay? So the first portion of the video, we're going to talk about just soft tissue work, okay? And this is referring to the low leg, so from the knee joint down, all right? So to start off, what we're going to do is go through some foam rolling on the bottom of the foot. I'm going to use the TheraBand foot roller. I showed you in the first video I made for my foam rolling video. Nothing too special about it. A couple inches long, about an inch thick. All we're going to do is just work the bottom of the foot. If you don't have the TheraBand foot roller, get yourself a softball, a tennis ball, maybe a lacrosse ball, or a golf ball even, okay? The golf ball is the most dense, so that's going to be more direct, more intense, kind of like a laser right to that problem area. So I'm just working the foot on the medial portion and the lateral portion. Got you in the shadow there, so work towards the inside, work towards the outside. Try to grab the roller with your toes if you want. Try some toe curls. Extend the toes back. Alright, just trying to work that fascia. Again, trying to relieve some of that pain. I would say hit that for at least 2 minutes. For this protocol, this segment, this is going to be a Monday, Thursday, Sunday routine. Ideally, let's you do it every day. The more you do it, the longer the effects will remain for you. It's definitely an immediate effect, but to get that long-term effect, it has to be consistent over time, okay? It can't just be once a week. That won't do anything for you. So once you go for the foot, once you get to the bottom of the foot, we're going to go with our peanut, okay? If you're just starting off, if you're new to this, get yourself 2 tennis balls, okay? Just hold them together. I just have a bunch of athletic tape on here. Tape over one way, go perpendicular, to that, and then go right around the midline, okay? That's what it'll look like. These here are just two of the cross balls, a little bit more intense. So what we're going to do from there, we're going to toss the Achilles right on top. Alright? Again, in that same tripod stance, you have your opposite foot here. Both hands are down, driving through the floor. Just give yourself a little tension on the Achilles there, okay? Not a lot of pressure. You know, the Achilles is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So what we're going to do is go maybe just the length of the sock. I wouldn't get too far into the calf yet. So go ahead and hit that for about 2 minutes. Again, if this is the only thing you're doing for that day, go a little bit longer, okay? If you have the time, go for it. If you're cut for time, you know, cut it in half, maybe a minute. But don't rush it. Make sure you're getting the lateral aspect, the medial aspect. And then what you're going to want to do from there is just work right into your calf, okay? You don't really need to switch tools. If you want to go to a foam roller, go to the foam roller. But this is, it's already there, it's comfortable. Again, just working towards the lateral portion of the calf and the medial portion of the calf. So the soleus is a little bit deeper than the gastrocnemius. The gastroc is going to cross over the knee joint, but you don't want to let that roller get into that joint area, okay? So get as close to that knee joint as you can. And you probably even feel the top of that gastroc to really work for it. But just be careful not to cross that joint. Not going to hurt anything, but just be safe. So again, once you're done working the calf, about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, what we're going to do is get our rolling pin, okay? This here is our Thunder roller. I'm not sure what brand this is, but regardless, what we're going to do is to find that anterior tibialis, okay, the muscle that brings the toes into the shin. Just do that. Just bring your toes into your shin. Find that muscle. You'll see it activate. Then you're going to extend out again with the toes. And you're just going to run down that line. So you're going to work down into your ankle, not crossing the joint. Alright. Trying to find that just about 45-degree angle on the tibia here. You'll feel it. Alright. So again, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Take your time. If you got something tight in a spot, maybe some rolls back and forth, maybe some circular rolls. Search and destroy, okay? Search for those tight spots and destroy them. Make sure you're breathing, staying loose. You're not fighting it. You don't want to fight it, okay? Don't put your toes up real hard and get real tight. Try to stay loose. Then from there, what we're going to get into is work on the peroneals, okay? Peroneus brevis, peroneus longus. They help control the eversion and inversion of the ankle. If you're looking at it from the top down, you know, rolling your ankle inside or outside, that's where those lateral leg muscles come in, okay? So what I'm going to do to target those guys, I'm going to find that tibial line, okay? I'm going to find the tibia, the bone, okay? Once you get it, we're going to go just behind it, okay? Closer to your body. So not on the calf, all right? But you're going to find that tibial line and work right along it. Okay, mine's going to be right about here. So you got my calf on this side, bad angle. Got my calf here, and that tibial line is right about there. If you can see it, there's my tibia. I'm going to get just underneath it, alright? So I'm going to go with the golf ball. A little less surface area, a little easier to control. I'm going to dig right along that line. Alright, real short rolls, maybe some circular rolls, and just press them straight into that muscle, okay? Press straight down, hold it for a couple seconds, and work real slowly along that tibial line. And if you want, you can even put yourself, get yourself another tennis ball, put it underneath the leg, and that way you can smash together on both sides. And that's where you get the best benefit. If you don't have two, just flip over, same thing. Try to find that line just in front of the calf, just outside that anterior tibialis, and work right through. So again, not taking, not rushing, trying to find those tight spots, and just trying to roll them out. All right. So once we get that, we've pretty much gotten through the whole foot, okay? You got your plantar fascia at the bottom of the foot, work into the Achilles, and then work up into your calf. get that rolling pin effect on the anterior tibialis, and go with your golf ball smash on your peroneals, okay? And that's going to be important as we move forward, is really trying to activate those peroneals. A lot of times we lose the stability in the foot, and a lot of that stability in the foot comes from those two muscles, okay? So, if you don't have yourself your rolling pin, what you're going to do is take your foam roller, big one or a small one, and we're going to set you up on that anterior tibialis roll. Okay, so what we'll do is get set almost in a side plank position, cross that foot over top, and you're going to work into that anterior tibialis. Okay, same idea. Stay loose, nice smooth breathing. And what we can also do is get your larger roller and then bring your top of the feet on the roller, and then from there, almost in a static beast position, we're just going to roll the top of the ankle. Okay. Again, trying to get the inside of the ankle, the outside of the ankle. Trying to create a little bit more range of motion there. Trying to unlock some of that. So again, I'm doing kind of quick here just to rush through, but you're going to want to take your time. Really try to plantar flex, really extend through the ankle there. Pull those knees up. And again, this is an upper body workout too. I'm trying to, working some shoulder stability. All right, stay loose. Again, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then once you get through the soft tissue work, with all your tools and rollers and golf balls and whatnot, what you're going to do is take your sock off, and we're going to some manual manipulation of the foot, okay? Take your 4 fingers, grab right onto the webbing of your toes, and just try and move the toes around, try to separate them a little bit, get some separation there. Just trying to lock the foot muscles. You can even give yourself a little massage on the top, trying to work out, get some cracks and pops in there, try to manipulate the foot a little bit, get those metatarsals moving around, and that should help unlock a lot of those inhibited muscles in there, okay? So what I'm going to talk about next is more mobility and stretching, and we'll talk about that in the next video.